Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the current affairs of April from 22 to 30. In my previous videos I have already discussed the current affairs of April from 1 to 21. You can watch those videos. Link is given in the I button. So let's discuss this video. First we will discuss the international news. Iran has launched its first military indigenous satellite called Noor. Noor means light. US has stated that Iran has violated the United Nations resolution of peace as Iran may use this technology to develop intercontinental ballistic missile in future which carries nuclear weapons. But in contradictory, Iran is strongly denying the charges and saying that this is a space program and is entirely peaceful. Iran capital is at Tehran. President of Iran is Hassan Rouhani and currency of Iran is Rial. Lebanon became the first Arabian country to legalize the cannabis farming for medicinal use. Actually, marijuana is extracted from the leaves and buds of this plant and is used as smoking after entering in a tube or pipe. It is called ganja. Most of the countries have banned the medicinal use of this plant. Lebanon capital is Beirut. Currency of Lebanon is Lebanese pound and Prime Minister of Lebanon is Hassan Diab. Next we will discuss the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched e-Gram Swaraj portal and Swamitva scheme on the occasion of Panchayati Raj Divas on 24th April. E-Gram Swaraj portal will monitor the Gram Panchayat developmental plan in real-time basis, whereas the Swamitva scheme will survey the inhabited land in rural area through drone to provide a clarity on property right in rural areas. Union HRD Minister launched national program Vidyadhan 2.0. In this program, e-learning contents are being invited to increase the e-learning contents for students. Contents will be put in Diksha learning app to help the students to continue their learning at any time and anywhere. And present Union HRD Minister is Ramesh Pokhriyal. Border Road Organization BRO has constructed the Daporijo Bridge over the river Subanasiri in Arunachal Pradesh. This is very important for India as this bridge is situated near the line of actual contour near the border of India and China. Now heavy vehicles can run over this bridge and this bridge has been constructed by BRO under the Operation Arunak. Similarly, Border Road Organization has constructed the Koswal Bridge on the river Ravi, which connects the Koswal enclave of Punjab with the rest of the country. Actually, previously there was a temporary bridge called Pontoon Bridge, which was connecting the conclave with rest of the country. But during monsoon season, this bridge was not serving its criteria as the river water capacity increases. Now the Border Road Organization has constructed the permanent bridge which will connect that conclave with the rest of the India. Actually that conclave is very much important for India as it is very fertile land and also it is a very important land during the war. And this bridge has been constructed under the Operation Chetak. Operation Twist is the bond swiping program of RBI with an aim to help monetary transmission. Now, RBI purchases and sells government securities through open market operation. When RBI feels there is a shortage of money in the market, then RBI buys the government securities and infuses money to the market. Reversely, when RBI feels there is a surplus of money in the market, RBI sells government securities and pulls out the money from the market. Present RBI Governor is Shaktikant Das. Madhavan K. Menon is appointed as the part-time chairman of Catholic Syrian Bank. The headquarters of Catholic Syrian Bank is at Thrissur, Kerala. Tagline of this bank is "Support all the way." Shivdas Meena has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of HUDCO. HUDCO stands for Housing and Urban Development Corporation. Sanjay Kothari is appointed as the Chief Vigilance Commissioner. He was working as Secretary to President before this, and presently Secretary to President is Kapildev Tripathi. Bimal Julka is appointed as the Chief Information Commissioner. N. Kamakodi is appointed as the MD and Chief Executive Officer of City Union Bank. The headquarters of City Union Bank is at Kumbakonam, a city in Tamil Nadu, and the tagline of bank is Trust and Excellence. David Lee is appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Huawei India. International Motorcycle Manufacturing Association IMMA appointed Rakesh Sharma as its president. Rakesh Sharma belongs to Bharatiya Janata Party. Next we will discuss the states in news. Madhya Pradesh launched Diban Shakti Yojana. Under this Yojana, women in urban area will prepare a mask at their home and will be given 11 rupees immediately. Government will buy this mask and utilize them to handle the corona cases. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister is Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Governor of Madhya Pradesh is Lalji Tandon. Assam government has launched Dhanvantri scheme to provide locally unavailable medicine to its citizens at their doorstep. Under this scheme, the medicine which costs below 200 rupees will be provided free of cost to the citizen. The Chief Minister of Assam is Sarbanand Sonowal and the Governor of Assam is Professor Jagdish Mukhi. Pune Municipal Corporation has developed one app called Sanyam to track home quarantined people. Pune is in the state of Maharashtra and the present Chief Minister of Maharashtra is Uddhav Thackeray and the Governor of Maharashtra is Bhagat Singh Koshari. Next we will discuss the science and technology. Central Industrial Security Force CISF has launched a e-Karyalaya app to enable the movement of files and other documents of its 1.62 lakhs employees without physical touch. Present CISF Director General is Rajesh Rajan. IIT Bombay has developed a low-cost ventilator called Ruhudhar. This will help in the treatment of COVID patients. IIT Delhi has developed a web dashboard called Prakriti. Prakriti stands for Prediction and Assessment of Corona Information and Transmission in India. Next comes sports news. Middle distance runner Jhuma Khatun banned for 4 years under doping charges by WADA. Headquarters of WADA is at Montreal, Canada. WADA stands for World Anti-Doping Agency. Next we will discuss the awards. Adam Higginbotham's book Midnight in Carnaval won the William E. Kolbe Award. This William E. Kolbe Award is given for the outstanding book in the field of military or intelligence history. Next we will discuss the important people who died. Renowned scriptwriter and dramatist Vijay Mishra passed away. Famous theatre actress Usha Ganguly passed away. Former Australian cricketer and all-rounder Graham Watson passed away. Former Governor of West Bengal Devanand Konwar passed away. Famous Bollywood actor Irfan Khan passed away. His last movie was Angrezi Medium. Also, famous Bollywood actor Rishi Kapoor passed away. His last movie so far has not released. Its name is Sharmaji's Namkeen. Former Fiji Prime Minister Laijenia Qureshi passed away. Fiji capital is Suva, currency of Fiji is Fijian dollar, and Prime Minister of Fiji is Frank Bainimarama. Next, we will discuss the important days to remember. Earth Day or International Mother Earth Day is observed on 22 April. Theme for this year Earth Day is Climate Action. World Book and Copyright Day is observed on 23rd April. English Language Day is observed on 23rd April. National Panchayati Raj Divas is observed on 24th April. World Malaria Day is observed on 25th April, and the theme for this year is Zero Malaria Starts With Me. World Intellectual Property Day is observed on 26th April, and the theme for this year is Innovate for a Green Future. Next, we will discuss the miscellaneous news. Vodafone Idea and Paytm together launched a scheme called Recharge Sathi. Through this scheme, any Paytm customer can sell the Vodafone and Idea recharge and can earn up to Rs 5,000 per month. India ranks 142 at World Press Freedom Index. This year, India has slipped 2 positions below as compared to last year. In this list, Norway ranks first. Thank you for watching this video.